Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. So we'll be continuing front page review with The Nation and
The Punch.
The Punch. Somebody has a very interesting story. Nima.
Minister of the FCT was hosted by the Rivers Ijaw People's Congress in Rivers State on Saturday. And he addressed the People's Congress. Even at the event, the Executive Director of Finance and Administration of the Niger Delta Development Commission, Chief Bomaye Yayi, begged him on behalf of Fubara. You know Fubara is an Ijaw person. So they, on behalf of their brother, they beg FCT Minister Yeson Wike. But you know, in his emperor style of things, he said, that's my boy. I don't know what is wrong with him. I'm bigger than him, bigger, everything he boasted. So within 24 hours yesterday at church, governor assigned him. He said, I have surpassed my detractors' achievements. I am presently building a general hospital, which includes a psychiatric ward.
Oh my goodness.
In their area.
That's his October 1st speech.
Oh my goodness.
Yesterday morning speech is October 1st. October 1st is tomorrow. He said, I'm still building a hospital within their area for them. I have surpassed them. His opponents and detractors, they were paying that his achievement within a year that they cannot do in 8 years. I said, it's our democracy. It is a crazy
as long as the people of Rivers have enjoyed the benefits of having the current governor's activity, I'm sure they will not complain.
No.
So
can I use the opportunity to blame the people of Rivers
for allowing
who
it
do not know to leave these two people
to just go at it? Yes.
The Bomaye, way hoster, and all those. Why? What are you people doing? Leave Wike in FCT, leave Fubara in Rivers, let
everybody face their work,
and get them out of office and find same people who will not be doing the back and forth. Having a band, he had a band.
Yes,
you should have watched it.
The drama, please.
I have the picture story. So the activities marking Nigeria's 64th independence anniversary started on Sunday with an interdenominational church service that was held at the National Christian Centre in Abuja. We had the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume. He led the government delegation to the service. It was also attended by former President Olusegun Obasanjo, the Senate President Godswill Akpabio, and service chiefs, amongst many other dignitaries. I would like to read the statement of the Archbishop of Abuja Methodist Church of Nigeria, Most Reverend Michael Akinwale. They said he delivered a message of hope, and he said, today, September 29th, that was on Sunday, I have a dream that this nation, Nigeria, will be great again. I have a dream that Nigeria will rise again. I have a dream that Nigeria will be a pace setter for industrialization in Africa. I expected amen at every sentence.
Yes, so
I have a dream that all Nigerians...
He's not praying now.
I have a dream that all Nigerians will dwell in plenty.
Amen.
And we also had the SGF, who sort of reiterated the same message of hope, who said he too has a dream that this country under present leadership will become the most blessed and most successful and prosperous in Africa. And many other dignitaries also made their own statements, all messages of hope for our country.
So part of the dream is the minimum wage that they are not paying. Anyways, 17 state governors have raised committees to implement the 70,000 naira new minimum wage for workers across the country. It's 17 states which set up the implementation committees at Ogun, Ekiti, Sokoto, Kebbi, Osun, Enugu, Borno, Zamfara, Kogi, Kwara, Gombe, Kano, Taraba, Delta, Rivers, Jigawa, and Abia states. So said that this is happening in line with the federal government commencing the payment of the new minimum wage to its 1.2 million workers, which started last week, Thursday. It's also said that on the heels of this, Edo, Lagos, and Adamawa State have commenced the payment of the new minimum wage, although Adamawa State started in August, way ahead of the federal government's payments. Also, Anambra State said, in line with this, starting their payments in October, that they would also be given a free scholarship, right? Yes, that they will not scholarship, free education policy to all its senior students in all public schools in Anambra State. And if you have paid your fees of 5,000 already, it will be refunded back to you. So let's see how this continues. Although they said that most of the states are still saying that this is way above their budget, but let's see how it goes.
Really sad story about a lion that killed the handler The handler's name is Babaji Daulis from Bauchi State. He's a trained handler of the lion at the Presidential Zoo, Obasanjo's Presidential Zoo, Presidential Library Zoo in Abeokuta. And he went to feed the lion without closing the primary lion's area. Then he's supposed to then go into the more open area, drop the food and leave, but he didn't close it. So he said it was negligence, but they are still investigating what happened. Sadly, his body was taken to the morgue at Ijayi, Abeokuta. They had to shoot the lion because the lion took a bite at his neck. He sustained fatal injuries anyway, and our heart goes out to his family.
Wow. Sad both ways.
Yeah,
yes. Those lions.
I haven't.
It in April.
Okay.
My kids. I didn't think.
Oh, was it shot or tranquilizer? I thought it was tranquilizer. Oh. I thought it was a tranquilizer that they used on the lion. Oh, okay. Yeah. But I had heard that usually when they go in, they're meant to be two. That's the handlers. One to make sure that the lions are locked up, and the other to do the feeding. Yeah. I had some other behind-the-scenes stories, which I'll share with you guys after.
All right, really sad story. Yeah. Moving on to New Telegraph, major headline, Tale of Unfulfilled Dreams at 64, how poor leadership, faulty structure, others slowed Nigeria's growth. In other news, Nigeria to save 5.1 trillion naira from subsidy removal in 2024. That's from Abiodun. SIM linkage, NIMC introduces new device to meet NCC deadline. Court orders RCIEC to conduct local government poll with 2023 voters register. Nobody owns Rivers, says Fubara. 13% derivation. Oil producing state allocation jump by 105% to 810.77 billion naira. Constitution review. Senators unite on local government autonomy, disagree on state police. Studies link vape residue to health risk in unborn babies, and lawyers to Kekere Ekun. Leveraging tech will lead to quick justice dispensation. So I think that's what stories are we taking?
I have this short story. So the Port Harcourt High Court has ordered the River State Independent Electoral Commission to conduct the October 5th local government election with the 2023 voter register. This is Justice Ipese Igwe also ordered that the police and other security agencies to provide adequate security during the election. The judge also gave the order in a suit that was filed by the Action People's Party, APP. The River State government and Governor Fubara, the judge, said that the defendants are bound by subsection 7, subsection 1 of the Constitution and subsection 5A. Anyway, it's just to say that we have a register already, 2023. Use that and also make sure that there's enough security. As River State, they are right. Please make sure that there's enough security during those local government elections coming up.
I have the SIM leakage.
Okay.
The Bauchi State Coordinator for the National Identity Management Commission has confirmed that there's a new device that will help fast-track registration and link SIMs, and help subscribers to beat the NCC NIN SIM linkage deadline. So he said this self-modification device has the facilities to update records such as name, address, date of birth, as well as email address of subscribers. Also, those who are literate enough to operate their Android phones can update their records without coming to the office, and he said that the state received just 8 of these self-modification devices from NIMC, but and they have them spread around the 3 senatorial districts within the Bauchi state, but that they are not facing any challenges with their facility. Their machines are working effectively, and their staff are well on ground to serve Nigerians. So that's basically the report.
Moving on to Vanguard, major headline, October 1, police deploy in states as organizers insist on protest. Other news, Labour accuses IOC, mining agents, of exploiting port workers. Cement demand soars amidst price hike and declining purchasing power. Serap to INEC chair, obey judgment on electoral offences, or Nigeria could end insecurity in 1 year if, says Ndume, and federal government hands over 65 CNG buses to Labour Union NANS, will resist unitarism in Nigerian politics, says Afenifere. And finally, over 40% of Nigerians now enjoy. We're taking the story about over 40% of Nigerians now enjoying 20% of 20 hours of electricity from the power minister. People on YouTube don't agree with the power minister. They feel like he's not giving statistics about the people that do not have power at all in Nigeria. But this is
40%.
40% have 20 hours. There are people that don't have at all.
And so he's giving for the 40%. So.
See, let me tell you something. My parents' house, I remember rushing to save money to do solar panels. My dad was still alive because they did not see lights.
But now,
that was us.
Home yesterday. They have at least 8 hours of light a day.
Okay,
that used to be my story.
Not my mouth that
All right, so there's an improvement. Okay, so let's take the Maritime Workers Union of Nigeria, MWUN, has accused and berated the mining agents and international oil companies of exploiting port workers, especially the seafarers and the dock workers. The President General of the MWUN and the Deputy President of Nigerian Labour Congress, Prince Adewale, who spoke at the 2024 World Maritime Day celebration in Lagos, rejected the continued exploitation of the port workers and then called on the federal government to urgently intervene, because they're saying that it took them 5 years, of agitation before the rights of these workers were even recognized. So they're also saying that they don't understand and they don't like the way that he denounced the IOCs, the way they are dehumanizing Nigerian seafarers, particularly those involved in lifting crude oil, right? Lamenting that these companies are lifting our crude oil, among others, but have no regard for seafarers. We have been engaging them to ensure that the seafarers' rights, as outlined in agreements with the Nigerian government, are respected. He called on the maritime regulatory authorities and also the Federal Ministry of Labour and Employment and also all relevant stakeholders to get involved in this, because these are Nigerians. They shouldn't be treated this way. These are the people that their lives are always at risk. Anything happens, there are explosions, boat capsizing, rigs and everything. They should be taken care of.
True.
All right, so I have the story about the federal government handing over 64 CNG buses to the Labour Union.
That's my story.
Oh, please take it.
You took it.
No, you can enjoy.
Okay, so the federal government delegation led by the Minister for Finance, Wale Edun, handed over 64 CNG buses to mark our 64th year independence anniversary to the representatives of the TUC, the NLC, and the NANS, that's National Association of Nigerian Students. And at the event, they have, of course, part of the delegation, Minister for Information and National Orientation, and several others. They mentioned that the federal government has plans to hand over a total of 500 buses, CNG buses, and 100 electrical vehicles in the first instance, but now only 64 they don't hand over. They're also looking at how this will ease transportation, where if they are well deployed. I'm hoping that every party is working with the same interest. Number one is that we need more CNG stations across Lagos. From my end, I have to get to Bega to find the first one I've seen.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So we need more. We need more people to do that. We need filling stations now to start to have their sign that CNG gas available.
So, yeah.
Yeah, because people need to be sure it's available. I'm looking to convert my vehicles once I get money. So please. Yeah,
they said it will cut prices of filling your tank from 50%, from 50,000 to 15,000 naira, and it would have a huge impact. All well and good. We'll take a quick break now. When we return, we'll continue with the hot topic of the day. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.